Unit 3, Lesson 3, the Alimentary Canal. The alimentary canal, or alimentary tract, is the actual path the food you eat takes as it goes through your body. Briefly, the organs of your alimentary canal are mouth, pharynx, or throat, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. So, let's look at all of this a little more slowly now. In the mouth, the body uses both mechanical and chemical strategies to begin to break our food down. The mechanical is probably obvious. With our teeth, lips, tongue, and cheeks, we cut, grind, and smush our food until it is essentially pureed. Our saliva contains amylase, an enzyme that breaks starches down into simple sugars. It also contains salivary lipase, an enzyme that begins to break down fats. Then, using a wave-like series of muscular contractions called peristalsis, the food passes through the pharynx and esophagus and into the stomach. At the juncture of stomach and esophagus are a pair of sphincter muscles. A sphincter is a circular muscle designed to close an opening. These sphincters help to make sure that once the food gets down into your stomach, it doesn't come back up. In the stomach, mechanical and chemical assaults continue. The stomach is a hollow muscular organ. The muscles contract, helping to churn your food and mix it well with the strong hydrochloric acid and other digestive enzymes produced by your stomach. Next, peristalsis moves the food, now called chyme, into the duodenum, the first section of the small intestine. The duodenum is 10 to 15 inches long. Digestion continues in the duodenum with the contribution of digestive juices from both the liver and pancreas. The chyme then passes into the jejunum, the second section of the small intestine. The jejunum is about 8 feet long, and its job is absorption of nutrients from chyme. The third and final section of the small intestine is called the ileum. The ileum is 12 feet long or so. It absorbs bile salts and other nutrients not picked up by the jejunum. Okay, we've made it through the small intestine, and all of our nutrients have been absorbed into our blood system. Now what? On to the large intestine. The large intestine, or colon, is only about 5 feet long, but is about 3 inches in diameter. The slushy chyme passes into the colon, which begins to absorb both water and electrolytes. This dehydrates the chyme and turns it into what we see in the toilet, feces, or if you want to get technical, poop. Now, let's break the colon into its parts. The proximal end of the colon, where it joins the ileum of the small intestine, is called the cecum. Hanging off of the cecum is the appendix. The appendix is a worm-like structure that can be between 3 and 8 inches long. It is believed that it serves as a reservoir for the normal flora, or normal bacteria, in your intestines. After the cecum, which is in the lower right-hand quadrant of your abdomen, is the ascending colon. When the colon reaches the level of your rib cage, it turns and becomes the transverse colon. Near the spleen, the colon turns downward as the descending colon. At the end of the descending colon, it turns medially as the sigmoid colon. As the colon approaches midline, it turns downward one last time as the rectum and terminates at the anus, which consists of 2 sphincters, the internal and external anal sphincters, which control the movement of feces. So, from the mouth to the anus. Pretty cool, eh? That was a pretty big chunk of information. You may want to check out the lesson again, or a link to the script for this lesson is to your right. Please review the links and do the exercises. Then we'll look at the pancreas, liver, and gallbladder, our accessory organs of digestion.